This is USVI News, your Virgin Islands connection.
Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us for USVI News. I'm Emily Matson. According to the Virgin Islands Department of Health, there have been no confirmed cases of monkeypox in the territory. However, they have already rolled out a vaccine program territory-wide. Vaccines began being administered last week in St. Thomas, St. John District, and they start this week on St. Croix. The health department has received nearly 900 doses of a vaccine used to treat smallpox and now monkeypox. It'll be available by appointment only and specifically to at-risk populations.
Notification of who is eligible for the vaccine and how to make an appointment at the DOH for vaccination will be published this week while we continue to work on immunization scheduling. We currently have 895 doses of the Jynneos vaccine available for distribution. The public can view information on monkeypox by visiting the Community Disease tab on the VIDOH website at doh.vi.gov.
And here's a look at some of the people now eligible for a vaccine, those who may have been exposed to someone with a confirmed case of monkeypox, and people who are more likely to be exposed, like laboratory workers and emergency room staff. Also, the severely immunocompromised, men who have sex with men, and anyone with 2 or more sexual partners in the last 3 months. For a full list of everybody eligible to receive a monkeypox vaccine, or for more information about monkeypox, you can visit doh.vi.gov. The rollout started this week for recipients in the Virgin Islands of the Pandemic Electronic Benefit Transfer, or PEBT benefits. It's part of the U.S. government's response to the COVID-19 pandemic, where eligible school children receive temporary emergency nutrition benefits loaded onto EBT cards that are used to purchase food. The benefits are only for when students reverted to virtual learning, so because most children attended in-person school for the 2021-22 school year, parents will see a smaller amount than they did in previous years. Virgin Islands DHS will load 2 months of benefits onto the cards each day this week. So by the end of the week, all eligible PEBT cards will be loaded. The Commissioner of the Department of Human Services explains more about the benefits, who is eligible, and how the benefits will be dispersed.
PEBT is a benefit that provides food assistance via an electronic benefit card that can be used in participating grocery stores and convenience stores for food items. Unlike regular SNAP, which is renewable based on eligibility, PEBT is a one-time benefit issuance for a particular school year. This week's disbursement of PEBT benefits to eligible children who attended public, private, and parochial schools will be the 5th issuance of PEBT since 2020. Children must have been officially enrolled in a Virgin Islands public school, private school, or parochial school during the school year of 2021 to 2022. Children who are homeschooled are not eligible for PEBT. The school also must be a recognized participant in the USDA National School Lunch Program. PEBT benefits will be issued to children for virtual, and I repeat, virtual instructional days only. For example, if your child attended in-person school for the entire month of September 2021 and had no virtual instruction days, they will not receive any PEBT during that month. For eligible children who received regular SNAP, benefits will be loaded on your existing household card. For eligible children who do not receive SNAP benefits but were issued a card in the past for PEBT, then your card will also be loaded onto that card.
A lot of information to digest there. More than 12,000 students will receive more than $6.4 million in benefits territory-wide this week. If your PEBT card was lost or damaged, you can call the PEBT hotline at 340-772-7120, the number on your screen, or you can email pebt@dhs.vi.gov. And we all know healthy meals are important, but as students return to school and lunches are being packed, parents also need to protect against foodborne illnesses. Many times, lunch boxes sit around for hours at school before kids even eat. So here's more on how to keep those lunches safe.
A healthy meal is well balanced with members of all the food groups, but even a good lunch can go bad if it's not properly packed.
These children's lunches aren't going to be in a refrigerator. They won't be able to pull them out right before they eat.
USDA food safety expert Karen Hunter says two of the most important back-to-school items you can buy are an insulated lunchbox and something to keep your child's lunch cold. She recommends two cold sources.
One of those can be a refreezable gel pack that you can use every day. And a second option would be to freeze their juice box or their water bottle and put that in the morning. And that way, by the time lunchtime comes around, that beverage is ready to drink, but it's also served the purpose of keeping that lunch contents below 40 degrees Fahrenheit.
As you prepare lunches, keep hands and surfaces clean to avoid cross-contamination. If you pack lunches the night before, leave the tops open when you put them in the refrigerator to allow the cold air to circulate. Then add gel packs in the morning. And make sure your child doesn't open the insulated bag before lunch when items need to stay cold, or after lunch to eat things they didn't finish.
For example, if you have a meat sandwich that was cold at lunchtime, it probably won't still be cold and in that safe temperature range by the time after school comes around.
And the USDA says if parents aren't sure whether their child's food is cold enough, do a trial run on the weekend. Put an appliance thermometer into the lunchbox and check it at lunchtime. In the digital age, many parents are struggling with when a child is ready for a cell phone and how much time should they be spending on screens. Now, the American Academy of Pediatrics is helping families create safe and healthy media habits. Stephanie Stahl has more.
Bennett Cox is busy with sports, so he hasn't been on his iPad much this summer.
I mostly play games because I can friend my friends and then we can play together.
His mom, Leslie, has been thinking about getting the 11-year-old a cell phone.
A little nervous with social media, cyberbullying, things like that, but he's in a lot of sports and over friends' houses, and it might be easier for us to make plans if he had one.
The American Academy of Pediatrics and AT&T are launching tools to help families decide if kids are ready for a phone and help create safe, responsible media and technology use.
People have used like parent controls and other sort of monitoring technology, but that's not the only answer. A lot of it's going to be about saying to your kids, hey, show me your digital world. Show me what games you play or what YouTubers you follow, and have healthy conversations.
This questionnaire asks, does your child keep track of their things and whether you trust their judgment when you aren't there, to gauge if the family is in the ready zone or not yet. Parents can also build a customized media plan for the whole family.
What boundaries do you want to set around technology so kids can have healthy sleep, they can have undistracted homework time, whatever is important to your family, controlling tech and enjoying it, not feeling controlled by it.
Bennett thinks he is responsible enough for a cell phone.
I'll tell my mom if I'm watching something that's not good because sometimes it just pops up.
The kids should be out playing, not sitting at home on the iPads or, doing social media stuff.
Leslie says it's best when kids can just be kids without screens.
Media use among tweens and teens has skyrocketed since the pandemic. Teens spend more than 8.5 hours a day on screens, according to Common Sense Media. Speaking of cell phones, Apple is warning users of security flaws which could allow hackers to take complete control of your device. As Dina Demetrius reports, the vulnerabilities may have already been actively exploited.
Apple quietly released 2 security reports on Wednesday revealing vulnerabilities for iPhones, iPads, and Macs.
This is what we call a zero-day vulnerability, when it's been exploited by a hacker before the company, in this case Apple, have detected it and been able to do something about it.
The company believes the 2 security flaws are related. One affects the browser engine that powers Safari and other apps, and the second would potentially allow hackers full access to your device.
Hackers can actually have admin rights to those devices. So that means that they have access to all of the information.
The affected Apple devices include iPhone 6s models and later, iPad 5th generation and later, iPad Air 2, and all iPad Pro models, Mac computers running the Monterey operating system, as well as some iPods. Apple did not say where the vulnerabilities were discovered or by whom, citing only an anonymous researcher. Experts say these security flaws are inevitable when technologies are constantly evolving.
This is really a function of the fact that they're innovating, they're constantly developing. I think what's important here is that they have made that update available, and it seems that they've done that really quickly.
Affected users are advised to install those updates immediately.
Here's the good news. Experts say the average person's device has not been compromised, as this kind of spyware is usually used in targeting hacking for political dissident, activists, and sometimes journalists.